My name is Bill Fry. I've been involved with Enterprise Community Partners in New York City for 31 years. And the first organization that we worked with was Asian Americans for Equality, AFE.
I'm Chris Coy. I've been involved with the community for more than 40 years, and then serving as Executive Director of Asian Americans for Equality since 1993. And I'm just so fortunate and happy that I have been given the opportunity to serve and make a difference.
I'm Suki Terada Ports, and I've been on the board of AFE since 1990-something, and I see all sorts of possibilities for AFE, and it's time for me to retire, so it's good for the young people to take over.
I started out as a high school student, volunteering in the community, teaching new immigrants English, and then while I was in high school, actually. And one thing led to another, and then AFE was very much involved in, to me, was a whole movement in terms for like fighting for social justice, equal economic opportunity for the community. And I got very excited as a young person who actually kind of saw that as a great opportunity.
I'm a born New Yorker, but I grew up surrounded by the Japanese American community, and I will not forget that my mother was under house arrest during the war. She had to report to the FBI every single day. So it was very interesting for me to be part of a new community. And there was a force behind AFE, which I think is unique in every sense of the word, and that was the fact that Chris brought I think it was a dreamer quality. He had a vision of what could the Asian community look like. How could we be more inclusive and included in the country?
So Chris, maybe you can go back to the project that we first met on, which was 176-180 Eldridge Street.
That's the Equality House project, and then that became the first low-income housing tax credit project in the city and also in the nation, I believe.
And I think what impressed the city was both the passion and the commitment of AFE to house people in these derelict buildings, to really rebuild the buildings and provide permanent housing for formerly homeless and low-income households. And you did it, and you've done it again and again.
Something that really means a lot. So it's not just like only advocating, but then once you're advocating for certain solutions, then we're able to make it happen. And then now it's also kind of like looking at like beyond housing. It's really something about how we could help the local small businesses, from maybe organizing some residents in the building to organizing the whole entire community for economic opportunity. That's something that I'm very proud of. Yeah.
You know, one of the things I'm going to inject here is not just the public policy that AFE was helping to develop, but AFE also took care of its staff. So one of the things that the staff really looks forward to is Thanksgiving, when there was really a day off, when the executive director of the organization roasted turkeys and brought them to a large restaurant in Chinatown, and all the staff sat around having the board carve the turkeys. So it's an organization that does some very serious work, but they also know how to play.
I'm also very impressed with the fact that your ability to bring young people, to really engage young people and get them enthused about working for AFE and to continue with your work is something that you don't really see with as many organizations.
It's really about community empowerment for everyone. After 9/11, that we were able to really, the whole Lower Manhattan was able to elect Margaret Chin to be their city council member, for example. And I think that, same thing with recent election of Yulin, Assemblywoman for Lower Manhattan, that she was elected because it's like she stood for everyone. And I think that AFE will continue its legacy of fighting, advocating, and organizing the community for positive change.
And that's something that I think we need to emphasize for the younger people, the idea of loyalty to a community, loyalty to an idea of people who are in need. And I think that's where Affy was really a good example of good leadership that you could trust, as well as the openness to say, hey, your voice counts, and we need your voice, and that's where Affy was really very important.
What your contribution, both on the board side and on the staffing side, has done is really helped change the world.